the well-crafted prompt hold the power to uncover the hidden insights, generate a response that directly answer the question based on its understanding of the context. For example, if you ask a question, what is the capital of France? Then we provide the context where France is a European country known for the rich history, culture, and cuisine. So something like that, and then the model will be responding in much better way. Sometimes it's a fun to put yourself in someone else's place. It involves crafting prompt in a way that the model generate text from the perspective. Welcome back, everyone. It's a pleasure to have all of you here today. Before starting this lecture, let's recap the previous lecture. In our previous lecture, we have discussed the concepts of pre-training, fine-tuning, and transfer learning. We saw these techniques can be used to train language model that can perform a variety of tasks. Have you ever wanted to ask a language model a question, but it did not understand what you were asking? Or maybe you wanted it to generate text that was creative or informative, but it just gave you garbage data. So prompt engineering is basically the art of crafting prompt that help the large language model to understand our request and generate the output we want. In today's session, we will discuss the basics of prompt engineering and see how it can be used to improve the performance of the large language model. Before we start, let's ensure we are on the same page and understand what we are going to learn. So first thing, a good understanding of Python is essential. If you are already familiar with the large language model, training concepts, and how to LLM, then it's a good thing. Plus, having a basic understanding of knowledge, deep learning, and a machine learning concept will be more helpful for you. Let's see our objective for today's session. We are going to discuss prompt engineering. Then we will discuss the latest techniques, and then we will do some hands-on practices so uh, you can self-confidently apply various prompting method easily. Here we have the agenda for today's session. We will begin with the introduction, then we will discuss the different elements and strategies of prompt crafting. Then we will see the implementation steps, and at the end we will see some challenges we may face while crafting a prompt, and then we will conclude the whole discussion. Okay, the line shows there the well-crafted prompt hold the power to uncover the hidden insights. Let's see how we can do that. Prompt engineering is like an artist that shape the output of a language model. It's involve crafting prompts that receive specific responses from those models. Today, the most popular languages for taking the computer to communicate with computer is English. It's like using words to tell the computer what to do. Words great and that it is very easy to understand, so anyone can use it. This make it more simple for the people to talk to the computers. Right now we are in a time where the language models are getting much better at what they are doing. So even in the ways we did not expect. So it's important to learn about these concepts. This way we can use this model to do things whatever we really need and want. Okay, let's further break it down. So prompt is basically the instruction and the context that we feed into the language model to achieve specific tasks. And prompt engineering is basically the art of crafting and optimizing the prompt to make the most of language model for a wide range of application. Let's discuss the characteristics of a prompt. So what we need to consider before while crafting a prompt. The prompt should be clear and concise. It should be easy for language model to understand what is being asked. Then our prompt should be simple and straightforward. It should avoid using complex language or jargons. The prompt should be consistent with the training data that the language model has been trained on. This will help the language model to generate more accurate and relevant output. Then our prompt should be relevant to the task that the language model is being asked to perform. So this will help the language model to focus on the task and generate more accurate and relevant output. Then our prompt should be diverse. This will help the language model to generate more accurate, creative, and informative output. So keep those things in your mind while you are crafting a prompt. That your prompt should be relevant, diverse, consistent, simple, and clear. Prompt engineering is like crafting a good input prompt for the model. It's important for research, testing the bounds of the language model, and for the innovation. While large language models have an immense knowledge reservoir because their responses can be a bit unpredictable. That's where the prompt come in helping the human as well as the models to guide them on at a right direction. This technique has also found its way into the fine tuning and pre-process of the LLM, like ChatGPT, the different variants of GPT like GPT-4, which for enhancing data analysis and their responses. Okay, let's see different techniques to craft our prompt accordingly. Text summarization which basically consider the text while retraining its essence. So next, question answering basically which craft the prompt that extract the specific information. Then we will be using text classification, which is basically crafting the prompt for categorization of text. Then the role playing, where we create some kind of engaging prompts from different perspective. uh, After this, we have code generation, and we are instructing the model to generate codes. And then we have reasoning, where we guide the model to think logically. So let's discuss each technique in detail with example. First, we will discuss the text summarization. In this technique, we have two different parts of a prompt, where a piece of text that is used for summarization will be considered as context, and the second part, which will be the instruction, where we tell the model to do something with the given context. For example, if you could say summarize the text in 100 words or less, or summarize the text that highlight the main point, then you provide the text that is required to translate. So I would like to highlight some important prompting symbols and their usage, like quoting text, and which is basically indicating a prompt where you tell the model about the starting and ending of the prompt. Then nesting quote, where you can include the quotes with a quoted text. Emphasis that can be used to emphasize on the specific word, that convey a signal or for the importance in a model response. Then title of, which can use to enclose the title of the book or article or any other creative works, single and within a single and double quote. That can also be used as alternating the usage. Okay, let's see what is the question answering prompt. By crafting question effectively, we get answers that align our expectations. In a question answering prompt, you typically provide a questions that relevant to context or passage from which the answer should be extracted. The model that generate a response, they directly answer the question based on its understanding of the context. For example, if you ask a question, what is the capital of France? Then we provide the context, where France is a European country known for the rich history, culture, and cuisine. So something like that. And then the model will be responding in much better way. Okay, then we have role playing. Sometimes it's a fun to put yourself in someone else's place. It involves crafting prompt in a way that the model generates text from the perspective of a character entity, a role provided in the prompt. This technique adds a layer of creativity and context to the generated text. As the model generates responses as if for the particular role. For example, if we are we are crafting a prompt where we are asking the model, imagine you are a travel agent and responding to customer inquiries about a vacation package. Provide them with the details about the route, accommodation, and activities. And the model will generate the response like this. Hello, I am happy to assist you in planning your dream vacation. Our exclusive package include a luxurious five-star hotel stay with breathtaking ocean views. You will enjoy a variety of activities such as diving, medical care, and guided city tour. Your travel plan is carefully crafted to ensure you experience the best of the destination. We are committed to make this trip unforgettable for you. So this is the response generated by a large language model. It's all depends upon the way how you are crafting your prompt in order to receive the appropriate response from the model. Let's see how we can craft a prompt to generate code. It's like gaining a painter. It's like training or giving a painter a specific subject to paint. This technique is continuously used to generate code snippet here for function for the entire program based on the desired functionality or task outlined in the prompt. So it basically utilizes the language model to understand the programming syntax and logic to produce the code that fulfill the specific requirements. For example, if you ask prompt where you are asking the model to write a Python program that calculate the factorial of the given integer. So it will generate a code for you where it initialize it first define function and then it initialize through then it returns zero and it will return the factorial. So this is the way how we can craft a prompt for the code generation. Okay, let's see reasoning. Let's make the model think like human. So reasoning prompt guide the model to analyze, deduce, and provide the well-reasoned responses that mimic the thinking. This technique leverages the model's ability to understand the relationship, draw some conclusions, and provide the well-reasoned answers based on the information you provide in the prompt. Let's consider a simple example. If you provide a prompt which consists of two premises and followed by the four conclusion, then what will be the response from the model? So let's see what are these prompt, premises, and what are the conclusions. So first, the prompt give the following premises, determine which conclusion can be logically inferred. So next we see what are the two different premises. So premises number one is all mammals are warm-blooded animals, and the second is dolphins are mammals. And what are the conclusion we are providing to the model? Conclusion A is dolphins are warm-blooded animals, and conclusion B is all warm-blooded animals are mammals. And conclusion C is dolphins are cold-blooded animals. And conclusion D is some mammals are not warm-blooded. The model generate the response is conclusion D, which is dolphins are warm-blooded animals. Something like that. You can craft the prompt by clear and concisely providing your instruction by guiding the model in a right direction. Several tools and platforms like Dino, LangChain, Promptable, and Dust are used for development and in experimenting the prompt and their evaluation as well as for the versionizing and deployment. They can help you in crafting prompt efficiently. If you want to know more about the crafting prompt, there is a helpful guide. You can check it out. Just click on the link to access a complete guide that explain all about the prompt and their strategies. And the best part is it's all free to learn. Okay, let's see different challenges we may face while crafting a prompt. So prompt selection, response quality, and operational cost. These are some of the challenges. Crafting prompt for conversation with model like GPT 3.5 Turbo adds a layer of complexity too. So let's conclude the whole discussion. By crafting the right prompt, we push these models toward the accurate, context-aware responses. As we refine the prompt design, we unlock the LLM's full potential by bridging the gap between the human and internet with the machine-generated responses. So thank you very much. Let's conclude my presentation. Uh, if you have any question, you might have, you can ask.